Hello everybody, my name is Jagiero and welcome back to another episode of Jagiland. In the last episode, I built a lovely creeper farm back at spawn, and I will go visit that in one moment, but as you can see, I'm currently in the end. I've been end raiding, as they call it, just been trying to get some more elytra from the lovely boat over there, just so that I have some spares. As you can see, I'm currently using mine, and I've put Unbreaking 3 and Mending on it, and my inventory is a mess. Let me take a look here. So, as you can see, I've also managed to gather 2 more, and I now have 3 dragon heads. Excellent. Also, 36 shulker shells. So this has been a very successful time. I can't put those in there. I have a whole bunch of crap here. Now, as you can see, I'm also using some fireworks because the creeper farm has been very, very successful. But before I show you how successful, I've literally just flown from over there. The end city that I was stood on top of was just over there. I flew over here because I saw the beacon light for one of these portals, and I found another end city that I haven't raided. So, yeah, I might as well just raid it while I'm here. It looks like there is not a boat, so no elytra, but we will get a whole bunch more shulker shells at least. Excellent. Well, that was certainly a very successful trip into the end. I have managed to gather 47 shulker shells, which is excellent. Add that to the current ones that we had, 46. So I now have just under a stack and a half, which is excellent. And I've also got these shulker boxes made up here, and the 4 that I carry around with me as well. So I'm pretty stocked with them. So that's pretty decent. Very happy with that. And obviously, I now have the main elytra and 2 more in my ender chest, which is perfect. Excellente. Now, let me talk about the creeper farm. So the creeper farm is over there, and you may be able to tell I've made some changes to it. So the top was originally, what was it? Was it smooth stone? Maybe? I can't even remember. But I've changed it to diorite and polished diorite, randomized a little bit, and also I've changed that bottom bit there to the same thing. I'll talk about why in a moment. And I've added this green tube to the bottom. I don't know why it's lit up at the bottom there. Maybe there's... I don't think I've got any particularly special lighting down there. It's just like that. I don't know. But if you look at the iron farm as well, I've also changed out a lot of the white concrete. Not all of it, but some of it to, well, quite a lot of it to this polished diorite and regular diorite randomized. Now, this is supposed to be as if, I mentioned in the last episode, right, that potentially the farms and stuff in spawn area are supposed to be as if they were left here by an ancient civilization. So they had this technology, and they just, this is what they used to gather materials and stuff, and they have since moved on, and they've left these machines here for us to use. And I kind of felt like they looked a little bit too smooth, maybe, with the concrete, so I've swapped it out with this diorite, and then so it's really sort of ancient and weathered and old and has moss growing on it and kind of stuff. So a lot of the polished diorite is cracked away to leave the regular diorite, and then I've just added some leaves about the place as well. I did initially go a little bit overboard with the leaves, and it looked a bit poop. So I've changed it to just less leaves. And also I've swapped out a lot of the black concrete for obsidian as well. And I really like that. And that also ties in very well to the design that I will have for the Nether Hub, and obviously the Nether portal design over there as well. Okay, let me just show you the creeper farm, because it's been very, very successful. Oh, by the way, yeah, I also just changed the design slightly for the cactus farm. It was always crap anyway, so I just I didn't really know what to do for that. I just left it as kind of a box. It's fine. I've always said for this series, this season, I don't care what these places look like, but maybe I kind of care. So these blocks here actually have carpets on top of them. So he's not supposed to be able to spawn there. Apparently he can. I think, though, if I put a leaf block there, hopefully he will be able to spawn on that. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But yes, this creeper farm, okay, I'm in Hull. This creeper farm is very, very successful, okay? I'm just waiting. There's nothing coming now, okay? So the best thing is to be within a certain block radius, but out of a certain block radius as well. So not stood, for instance, here. This isn't it at its most efficient, but within... Oh, hello. Very good. Excellent. Oh, here we come. Ah, that's perfect. Wow. Okay. So you can see how efficient this is. And you can also see... Wow, this is really... Wow. Holy... Woo. You can see that they are getting caught on these corners here. Now, these corners have open fence gates. So I don't really know what I could swap those out for. But, you know, you can see they don't get caught for long. So it's not a huge issue. So I'm just going to leave it, I think. And you can see how efficient this thing is. So I have made a whole bunch of rockets. I've used a whole bunch of rockets already. I've only used the flight duration ones. But, I mean... I've taken a lot of this out already and got all of this back, so this is excellent. This is working perfectly for me. Yeah, I'm using flight duration 1 rockets because I don't really have a sugarcane farm. I'm going to build eventually a 0-tick sugarcane farm, which they are a little bit cheaty, and they are broken in 1.16, I believe, or fixed, essentially. Mojang have decided that they don't like them, so they've just made them not work, and I'm okay with that. But I think I'm going to build one before 1.16 for some sugarcane, because at the end of the day, it's just sugarcane. Like, it's not exactly a hugely overpowered item, you know? Okay, so let me walk over. Let me get my boat that I always forget I have. Let me grab my boat and just ride on over to the spawn area where I'll talk about what's going to go on today. So, the spawn area. This is very much not changed since I initially landed here and built these in the first few episodes. You know, just a couple of huts here. Nothing special about them, really. Just some they were originally meant to be temporary huts, so that does fit in with what's going to happen to them today. So this one is just the enchanting setup, which I very rarely use. And then this is the main hut. This is slightly different because I use it quite a lot. And below here, down in the Basamonte, as B-dubs would say, we have the AFK fishing setup. Which no longer works in 1.16, or will no longer work in 1.16, which is a big shame. They've changed them, though, and I believe there are several new designs that do work. Okay, so, for instance, Il Mango has designed one that does work. If you are interested, go check out his channel. Il Mango is a crazy scientist, and his contraptions always just amaze me and confuse me. Now down here, this is to the Dolphin Highway to the storage hub over yonder. It's a thing. It worked great for quite a while, and then now it just suddenly doesn't work all the time. Two of the dolphins that I put in there have despawned for some reason. I'm thinking maybe they glitched into the blocks around them and just died. That's my theory on what's happened to those, because they had name tags on, so they shouldn't have despawned, but they have. So, yeah. Now, you know, I quite like this. I like the idea of this tube. That looks pretty cool. There's maybe something with that design that we can keep. Not specifically this one, but something, you know. But going all the way over there to the storage hub is annoying. Okay, I guess it's a lot easier now that I have Elytra, but it's frustrating, and I find that I'm working more centrally around this area. So we have like the villager trading hub over there, or I go to one of the farms over there, or I go to the castle over there, or the port. I need a central hub, a central base here on this island, okay? And this hut is not good enough. So I mentioned in the last episode, I'm going to be moving these huts over yonder. So let's go have a look. Actually, let's go have a fly over there. Excellent. Very nice. So I've just been building this path over here. I'm fine. Don't panic. just been building this path over here, and it's very rough and not finished. I'm going to add some more greenery and stuff to the hills, and I've been adding some more trees and stuff. So this goes all the way up to where the windmill will be. We have sheep and cow farms over there, and then you're coming up to the castle where there'll be the lighthouse over there and a lumber mill over there. And here, in this area that I've just cleared out of trees and stuff, this is where the hut's going to be. Okay, so I'm going to build those 2 huts and then probably just an extra one just to sort of fill this area up and make it look a bit nicer. Okay, but first I have to remove the huts at the spawn island. So you may notice there was no audio on that last clip, and that was part of a much larger clip where I explained exactly what was going on next. But we didn't really miss anything other than I'm just moving to the new area to start building the new huts. Or the old huts, but new. Yeah. Alrighty, so we're pretty much done. I decided to do this off camera just because we have other stuff to build in this episode, or other stuff to do. Alright, so I've just built the 3 huts. So we have the hut that was my actual main house. Then we have the hut over here that was the enchanting setup. Very nice. Okie dokie. I've not really done anything for the interiors, but that's certainly fine, I think. And then one at the back, this is a brand new one. Okay, so this is just a very simple design. I didn't really do anything special for it. I find I get really bored of doing like square houses and stuff, so I do this cut-in shape quite a lot. Whereas instead of extending the house out this way, I just cut a corner off the edge there, and it looks pretty good, you know. And I've done the same for this side as well. It also gives you a nice little entranceway as well, which I find is quite nice. Again, nothing for the interior, just a couple of torches which look stupid because I need some lanterns and a jack-o'-lantern in the ceiling. Why not? If it works, it's fine. This path here needs to be made a little bit nicer and stuff, and I need some more trees about the place. But yeah, this is pretty much done. I could do a few more huts and that around the place, but I want to move on with other stuff today. The most important thing for me is linking this land all the way around to the sort of castle area. So I'm looking over here. Okay, so I've mentioned we're going to have a windmill over here. I don't want to waffle on too much, but I need maybe like something on this hill or something below. There is a space down here. Okay, there's a little gap here, so I could do something here. Not sure what yet. Maybe a farm? It's probably going to be too far away from that, really. I mentioned previously I wanted like some kind of waterfall over this area or here, maybe. That could be like pretty cool, right? I'll have a think. I will have a think about it. Okay, but what I want to do today is I really want to get started. Stupid Enderman. I really want to get started on building the actual new hub storage base thing. The new main base on this island. Now, I don't have a finished plan for it, so I'm just going to build something that I think is going to be essential, and it's something that I've worked out for it. And it will incorporate the new design and stuff anyway, so you can see like the block palette and that. So yeah, I'll get started on that and explain exactly what I'm going to do. And first, I'm just going to go for this unsightly hole. It's fine. It's fine. Fine, I filled in the hole, I got rid of everything down here, and I'm just finally emptying these boxes here. Also, look who showed up. Okay, what have you got today? A bucket of tropical fish. Excellent. Oh, some orange dye. Oh, that's really, really useful. Alrighty, so that hole has gone. It's been filled in. I've emptied all the chests and put all the items back into the storage system, which was an absolute pain in the butt. But that's fine. It's all done now. And I want to point out I've also released the 2 dolphins that were under here. That was Flipper and Darwin. They are now free to roam about the seas. Because essentially I won't be using the Dolphin Highway anymore. I will not be going to this thing eventually anyway, and I won't be using it, so I decided to just let them be free. I did record me doing that, but they were like glitching into the blocks and then dying because they didn't have enough air, so I was like frantically breaking blocks to save them. I managed to save them, but I used quite a few swear words while doing it, so that footage was not usable without using, well, basically beeping the entire thing. Anyway, it's fine. I have a concrete maker over here, okay, and I need to make a whole lot of concrete, probably need to gather up some more gravel from the ocean floor, but that's okay. This thing is woefully inadequate, okay? I need to make one of them fancy concrete making farm things, so, like, maybe over this direction, maybe? It's going to be quite big, so, I don't know, maybe behind there, that could be pretty cool. I'll think about it anyway, I'll have a think about that. So one of them things where you place, so you go AFK while placing a bunch of powder, and it like pushes along with pistons into some water and stuff, and then it pushes them down, and then like blows them up with a load of TNT, and it gathers them all, and it's really cool, and I want one of them. So I'm gonna get one, but first I'm gonna have to gather up a load of gravel and make a load of concrete in this crappy thing, I guess. Yeah. Okie dokie, so I've gathered up a whole bunch of resources now, and I've dug a 3x3 hole. This is actually where all of the items from all of these farms are going to come into a series of tubes, kind of like this one, but a little bit thinner, like smaller. Haven't really worked anything out for that. Maybe I should quite soon. Yeah. Anyway, so they're going to be coming down into the ocean, and then they're going to be all joining up with a pipe here, probably. That's then going to run into this system, into a bubble vator, where all the items will shoot to the top of the structure that we're about to build, and then they'll all be sorted down into different chests and things like that. So into the storage system. So yeah, hopefully that's going to work out exactly how I've just described, and it's not going to be a complete disaster. This is a Jagiero build. Of course it's going to be a complete disaster. I'm not actually going to put the soul sand in just for now, because I have very limited supplies of it, i.e. 18. So I'm just going to work on the rest of the build. So this is going to be, it's going to be a bit funky, because essentially I'm just going to build the core of the build. Okay, so the building. Now this is going to be the way that I will transport myself around said build. And we've got some bright colours here. They are very bright, okay, but it might work. I've got a feeling it will, but I may change a few of them in the end. We shall see. I will need a whole bunch. Go away. Okay, we'll just go with the purple glass for now. So the purple glass here is going to be surrounding the item elevator. Alrighty, so we'll have that, and that, and that. And this will actually go all the way up to the top. Float. And what's going to happen is each floor of this storage hub, this central base, is going to have a different colour. So the bottom floor will be white, then it will be blue, and then it'll be red, and then it will be yellow on top. The yellow I may change for lime, because yellow's a little bit too bright, but we'll see. Let's build around here. Let me try and figure out from the crappy unintelligible screenshot that I always take. And let me think. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to have a bubble vator for myself. Probably there. That feels good. To go up to the next floor, which, as I mentioned, will be the blue floor. Okay, so I have a blue section here. So I will stand here and zoom up into the next floor. And then on this side will be the red one. Okay. I may change the order of these around, but this is how they're going to be for now. Let me just pick that back up. I need that. I really need that. Okay. So I'm going to have another bubble vator here that will go all the way up to the floor above the blue one, which will be the red one. Okay. And then the next one will be the yellow or possibly lime. We'll see how this looks. Like so. Very good. And then this side is going to be white because that's the bottom floor. Okay. So this one will not have a bubble vator on this floor. Or on any floor, but we'll have some water there so that on any floor, say we go zooming up to the blue floor, we can then walk around to the white section and just drop down into a safe fall kind of thing. Okay? So, like, for instance, even if we went all the way up to the top floor, which will be the yellow floor, we'd still have this way back straight down to the white one. Okay? It makes sense in my brain anyway, but we'll actually see if that does actually work. Okay, so in front of the purple glass here. So the purple glass is just so we can see into the item elevator, so we can actually see the items flowing up from the different farms and stuff going into the storage. And we'll have and I'll be swapping these blocks out randomly for the regular diorite like I have on this. I really like this 3-wide kind of chunky beams and struts and stuff. I like the idea of that, so we're going to incorporate that into this build somehow. Now, this is actually going to be quite big, okay? It's going to be bigger than the island in a lot of places. For instance, over here, it's going to overlap. And I'm thinking maybe these 3-wide struts and stuff could be like almost kind of like legs of the building. Almost like maybe like spider legs kind of thing, sort of, perhaps. I don't really have a fully... I haven't envisioned it fully, but that's sort of how it looks in my brain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on a bit of a platform here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Okay, so like that. And then this bottom section will be... Yeah, this will be white. And then we'll go in a circle. Do I have this figured out? Probably not. 1, 2... So that's... Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2... I don't have any dirt, okay? And I can't... That's fine. Fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Okay. Get out of my... 1, 2. 1, 2. Wow, this is going to be really big. This is going to be really big, guys. Okay? So we'll have the diorite... Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not worked out. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, this needs to be even bigger. Okay, well, you get the idea. You have a big circle on each platform, and then ways to get up to them. Okay, I try build. Okay, so essentially, I have the basic structure of this done for the first floor, and I'm okay with it. A couple of things to note. I'm not a massive fan of using the too much of the regular diorite. Now, if you look over there, it looks really cool when it's like 3 wide and that. I think that actually works. But if you look, for instance, over there where I've used it on the single columns, I don't think it looks quite as good. Yeah, and the same there. Not quite as good as, for instance, at the top section. That looks cool. And then at right with the camera there, that looks a lot better. I think I may replace quite a lot of these back with the polished diorite instead, just to make it look a little more solid. Again, with the rings around this thing here as well. Doesn't look so good. I'm not particularly happy with that. I'm also not particularly happy with these signs that are holding the water in, but I tried a few different things and none of them worked particularly well. I didn't really like the look of trapdoors or fence posts, or what was the other one I tried? Fence gates looked okay, I guess, but signs look the best for now. But I need to try and find something that looks a little bit better. I think. But I just thought I would demonstrate. So that is essentially the level of the next floor, which is the blue floor. So we walk into here. And I fall off. But there will be a platform there at the top. Okay, so now we're on to the second floor. Okay, and now if we wanted to... Which way round is it? Okay, look, you could see... You could see the if you were stood on the second floor there, you could then drop down into here, like so. Okay, and then step out. It feels pretty good. I did think about having the block of water a little bit higher, like trying to hide it. Like maybe use stairs instead of these. Oh, of course, you'd still see it there, though. Like, so essentially you didn't have the water drop there. It was up there, and it was hidden somehow. I can't really make it work. Okay, but I'll have a think about that anyway. So yeah, essentially I'm just going to build up the rest of the floors in exactly the same way, and then I shall demonstrate their use, and then I will, I need to replace a lot of these with the polished diorite as well, because it looks a lot better. Okie dokie, let me get back to work. Alrighty, so I filled in the blue floor now, so that is all done, and also I put in the water vapor to the bubble vapor, water vapor, bubble vapor, both of them, to the red floor as well. In fact, let's go up to the red floor. Okay, so great demonstration of going all the way from the white floor to the red in very, very quick time. Haven't timed it personally, but I can assure you he's very quick. Okay, and from here we could either go down to the blue floor, we could go down to the white floor. In fact, let's just go down to the blue, or we could have gone all the way down to the white floor below, or we could go up to the, not the yellow, the lime green. I've swapped it for lime green now, so that's much better. Still they call it yellow because to my colourblind eyes it is a little bit yellow, okay? I'm not going to lie. So let's go down to the white section here, and I put a slab, a half slab, at the bottom of that, and actually that works a lot better. You fall down in, and you don't sink down as much as you did before. So, yeah, that works. I was thinking maybe I could use iron trapdoors for these, and then realise that iron trapdoors stick out, and you have to power them to make them flat. And there used to be a trick, right? There used to be a trick where you could... power them to make them go down, and then you could push them with a piston and they would stay down but have shifted place. I tried that. That doesn't work anymore. So, yeah. Maybe there's a trick to make that work. That would be really time consuming, but might look a little bit better. Okay, so I've still got a lot of work to do. I've got to put in the red floor and then the lime floor, not yellow, Jag, lime floor. And then, yeah, after that, I honestly... I have to figure some things out because obviously this is not it's not going to stay open to the elements like this. There's going to be storage probably on these sections, and then so like probably 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 sections of double chests, probably like 5 maybe 4 blocks high, so that's a lot of chests on each thing. And then the corners will be like corridors maybe to the next section. So maybe have like a box-shaped room here, or a tower, or I don't know, a sphere, that kind of thing. If you guys remember my sky station from my sky base from season 1, sort of a similar thing to that, but I'm hoping it's going to be less work, okay? All right, so let me get on with this. Let me do the red floor and the lime floor, and yeah, that's the thing. Alrighty, so I'm pretty much done on this now, for what I want to do for this episode anyway. I haven't put the signs in on this top floor, this lime floor just yet. I don't know if I will, actually. I might just leave them, because they're not actually needed. You can't go any further up, so there's no water needed for these sections, okay? So this is the top floor. You can go down either to the next one, which is the red. You could go down to the one below that, which is the blue, or... the white, which is all the way to the bottom. Let's go to the bottom. Excellent. Very good. Alrighty. Okay, so I don't even really have the foggiest idea of what the actual outer structure is going to look like, but that's what this looks like for a start. Don't really know how the roof's gonna go. I'm not really sure, because essentially you are going to have the item elevator going all the way up to the top, and then it has to be distributed into item sorters going into the storage system. So that's going to be an interesting thing. I will say, I've done all these floors the same size and the same shape, this circle shape, up, all the way coming up to this edge here, all the way down. It feels kind of wrong, you know? It feels like maybe I should do the floors different sizes, different shapes, that sort of thing. Oh, I've just had a plan. So maybe we could have like the bottom floor be a round shape, and then the next floor be a square shape, and then the next one be round, and the next one be square. That could be interesting. I guess it depends how the storage works though. So yeah, lots of things to have a think about. Let me fly off here and just give you a view from the sky. Okay, it looks very Fisher-Price. Okay, it looks like a children's toy, but don't worry. Once we get the outer details in, it should look pretty good. Yeah, I like this. I do like the swapping out of the diorite and the polished diorite. It looks like I've forgotten to do it on the red section, the red floor, so that's a thing that needs doing there. But other than that, I like it. I really do like it. The one thing I don't like, torches. I have put torches everywhere just to light it up, and I don't really have a good lighting solution, or I didn't until I remembered something. Okay, so I've just come to the castle area here, if it loads in, and then I believe if we fly off in this direction... here we go. Is this it? Yeah, so we have an ocean monument down here. So... in ocean monuments, there are plenty of lanterns, and if you make a farm out of it, there's even more sea lanterns. So, I'm going to have to make an ocean monument farm, a guardian farm. They're a lot of work. I'm not going to lie, I'm not looking forward to that. Pull up. Mayday. What just happened? That's interesting. I'm fine. I'm fine. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to be making a guardian farm in the very near future. Perhaps we'll take it on in the next episode and just grab a few lanterns. Okay. Okay. I'm fine. I'm not going to lie. That scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to take on a guardian farm in the next episode probably. Grab a load of sea lanterns while we're there, and then eventually make a proper farm out of it. Excellent. Okay, so over here, I need to just mention, this is not how this is staying, okay? I need to do a lot of detail work around this area, put in some fences, some bushes, some flowers, all that kind of good stuff. And, yeah, just do a load of detail work, and then have a think about where we're going to go from here. Because we have a few hills. Maybe we could snake through here. Oh, that would be quite interesting. Just chop the edge off this a little bit and just have a little bit of a walk around here. And then over here to something here. That could be interesting. Alrighty, but I'm afraid I've run out of time for today. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you'd like to see more, click the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.